When Taylor vs. Catterall was announced, I'll be the first to say I thought the fight was going to be a massacre, especially with the odds opening at negative 1,500 for Josh Taylor. My God, was I completely wrong. I know many people who don't always agree with COMPUBOX, as they say that it can be very inaccurate. I still truly believe that there's some truth in the tools used to measure the landed punches, as it had Jake outlanding Josh by 47 punches, Catterall landing a total of 120 punches to Taylor's 73. Southpaw versus Southpaw is such a strange battle as it presents different angles. In the Southpaw versus Orthodox battle, the lead cross is one of the most effective punches due to the angle in which both fighters are positioned. Being that this was Southpaw versus Southpaw, the hit was not directly in line with the left, but Catterall used his jab as a tool to set up a straight cross. The jab gets Taylor to slip to the outside, while lining Taylor's head with Catterall's straight cross. Taylor had a bad habit of constantly slipping to the outside when he saw Catterall's jab. Instead of parrying, going underneath, or even slipping to the inside, he chose to constantly defend against the jab by slipping to the outside. And it wasn't long before Jake caught on to these patterns before he used it to his advantage, knowing that he could move Taylor's head with just a flick of a jab. The threat of Catterall's jab keeps Taylor at bay. The jab moves the head, which then sets up the straight cross.
Short right hand on the inside from Taylor.
Once Taylor was conditioned to only worry about the jab cross, Jake started to throw combinations, as Josh was not expecting any punches to follow up after the cross.
To find out,
is showing you that Jack Catterall came to win tonight. He's not enamored by Josh Taylor, and he's not intimidated by the crowd. He didn't come in here to box and say things.
oh, and he hits a left hand again.
He's fast from Catterall.
Catterall lands a big left.
Crazy shot. It's a flush shot. We're starting to see Josh Taylor react. And if he continues to get hit with that shot, it might put him down.
In the 8th round, Josh tried to take the cross away from Catterall by jamming him up on the inside.
Jack Catterall.
Catterall saw that Taylor kept going under his cross, so he used his cross to get Taylor to go underneath, setting up his uppercut for Taylor to drop right into.
The neck advantage. He's thrown 320 plus punches to 100.
See Josh Taylor trying to do some work down low, but Catterall answered. Josh Taylor, good exchange of both men. Catterall thought he got hit behind the head, but he the upper, he missed the uppercut and landing. So 2 overhand lefts. Good Josh Taylor.
After the 8th round knockdown, Taylor was able to recover and get back up and make a resurgence on the 4th leg of the fight. Although he did finish the fight stronger, it's pretty hard to argue that Taylor won the fight. One judge had the fight 114-111, which is essentially 8 rounds to 5. As I mentioned before, yes, there are some inaccuracies with COMPUBOX, but there are also some truths that lie within the calculations. I understand that boxing is scored by rounds and not total punches. But again, according to COMPUBOX, Catterall landed 47 more punches, including the 8th round knockdown, but still only got gifted 5 rounds, according to one judge. And finally, the judge should never, ever be able to judge a fight of this caliber again, taking points away from both fighters without ever giving them a warning. These fighters put their lives on the line, and if they lose, it should come down to them, not the judges, or not due to the referees taking away points when unnecessary, especially in close fights like this that went down to the 12th round and could have gone either way. There should never be any reason where the outcome comes down to a decision made by the ref. Before this fight against Catterall, I really thought that Taylor had some elements within his style to give Crawford some problems, but after watching this, I don't think that he even stands a chance against Crawford, because if Crawford started landing those straight crosses on Taylor, he probably wouldn't make it out of the 12th round. I think it's best for him that when he moves up to 147, he takes a few fights to really get acclimated with the weight class and rebuild his confidence again.